So I've been getting a lot of questions as to asking me where I am, what I'm doing. You know, have I stopped nursing because I've not been showing any sort of nursing content on my channel and on my Snapchat, but I'll explain it all in this video.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot.
So for the last couple of like little bit of a while, I've just been in like a very depressive state, in a slump. Like, people are like, oh my gosh, you went and traveled to this place in this country, and then like now like you've stopped, like what's going on? And shout out to my friends and family that checked up on me and were like, hey girl, you good, you know? But I just know that I personally was in a place where I was very I felt very defeated, and I was nitpicking at different things in my life, and I was like, you know what, I don't like this about my life, I could be doing this better. And it was just a whole bunch of negativity that surrounded my life and my mental space and my thought. And like, I feel like there's a stigma about, you know, mental health, especially in the African American community, especially as nurses, you know, as people who believe in God. Like, you're not supposed to be depressed. You're a nurse, you're not supposed to be depressed. You're a Christian, like, you're not supposed to be depressed because of X, Y, and Z. But depression does not care about your occupation, your religion, you know, what you do for fun, how many followers you have on Instagram, on Snapchat, on YouTube. Like, depression comes to steal. Depression comes to just make you decapitated and make you feel like you can't do anything and stop you from being your full potential. So for me, that's where I was in that situation. I was in that state of mind. I was looking around, I'm like, well, that person has it good and that other person has it super good, and I'm over here, and with my effort and everything I'm doing, how come I'm not seeing what they're doing? And I'm over here competing with people essentially, and just driving myself deeper and deeper into this negative space, right? Like, 1 in 5 nurses struggle with depression, 1 in 5 women struggle with depression, and me being both, I was like, dang, I would be that one in 5, you know. So for me, I had to snap back in a sense of way. I had to, you know, be yanked out of this negative mindset, this negative area, and into a place where, you know, I can breathe again, I can be myself again. I don't have to, you know, focus on all these negatives, you know. So you know, I had a couple of friends reach out to me, and I really appreciate it, you know, and they kind of just talked me through. And I'm the type of person, like, if I'm going through something, if you're not the problem, if you are not the problem, I don't feel the need to share it with you. If you're not gonna help me bring on a solution, then why am I telling you all these extra things about myself? But one of my friends, when, you know, he was talking to me, he's like, look, I may not be able to give you, you know, solutions and answers, but I'm here to talk to you. I'm here so you can vent. If you need to vent an hour, you know, just to have it out of your system, to purge those feelings, then go ahead and do that. And I was just like, bro, I didn't even think about that. I was just in here like, hopefully this feeling will pass. I was not making any active steps to, you know, to move out of this stupor that I was in. But there are a couple of things that I did, and I wish I started doing sooner, that have helped me snap back into a good mental spot, into good mental health. So I started making notes in my iPhone about things in my life that are going well, you know, and compiling it, and then thinking about those things. And when you think positive and you focus your energy, whatever you focus your energy, that's what's going to be reciprocated into the universe. That's what's going to manifest. That's it's gonna happen, because there's power, there's life in the tongue, there's life in your thoughts, there's life in your speech. So for me, I started, you know what, let me focus my energy on these positive, these great things that are happening for me. And you know, the more I started reflecting on that, and I'm like, look, it's not that bad. Oh my gosh, look at how good it is. Like, look at, you know, how many things I can appreciate. And the more I became appreciative, the more, like, the negative, it was like the negative and the positive thoughts were battling each other. And the more positivity I thought, you know, the less negative, like, and you know, until like a power of light just shining and shutting out, you know, the darkness. And that's kind of what it felt like. And so I did that. Another helpful thing that I wish I thought about sooner was hanging out or hanging with positive people, or not shunning yourself. And that's one thing that I know I'm guilty of. If I'm having a bad day, having a bad moment, I just shut out the world and stick to myself. I don't like to bother people with my issues. And the more you do that, you're surrounded only by you. And sometimes you can't get you out of the slump. You need some people. You need a community. You need help, So I decided to go, visit like a Bible study, or a little group meeting of people. And in that moment, being surrounded by people and by love and positivity, I was just like, yo, I got snapped back, I got recharged, I got a positive outlook on life. And then another thing, talking to my friends, sometimes we neglect that, that talking is so therapeutic. Like, just like, if you're not going through depression, or if you're not going through a stupor, then I suggest you be that voice to your friends. Check in on your friends, see how they are doing, because that helped me so much, having someone I can vent to and talk to, and who would hear me out. I was just like, bruh, like, I've been suffering with things by myself, rather than sharing it and noticing like, hey, my friend is going through the same thing too. We can help each other out. Like, what am I doing struggling by myself when I have like a community? I have a family that I can turn to, that can help me get me into a better state of mind. So I started doing that, and actually just journaling and dotting to myself changes that I'm gonna make to push me towards a better mental health in 2019. I feel like it's very important to do self-care, self-reflection, self-care, to take care of yourself, because nursing is such a career, it's such a position and a job where you will get burnt out. You will get emotionally calloused, you will get emotionally numb, and things will happen in your life and you just will get so apathetic. I believe I'm using it right. But so you need that self-reflection, that good self-care. In 2019, I'll be able to talk about that more, and I'll be sharing with you guys my journey. And I'm so grateful for this platform. I'm grateful for you guys for hearing me out and encouraging me as I read your comments, and seeing everyone encourage each other, because to pick such a profession, it takes a great amount of heart. It takes an amazing person to choose to be in such a position, to alter, to change, to bless, to take care of people in such a manner. So yes, and I'm just so grateful for you guys, and I'm excited for 2019. Yes, if you're going through a stupor, if you're feeling depressed, downcast, whatever it is, just go ahead and message me. Like, I'm here for you guys. I'm here to listen. I love getting snaps and DMs and stuff, and and reach out. Don't think that you're a burden. You're not a burden to your friends and your family. There are people in your life who would love to take the cares and your burdens off you, and talk about it with you, pray about it with you, and just, encourage you, uplift you, and do that to you and for you. So, don't be afraid to ask for help or to reach out. So I hope I encouraged someone today. If you guys have further questions, go ahead, ask away. I'm here, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.